Good morning, everyone, and I do mean morning. I mean, it is just Mountain Standard Time, 12:10, November 4th. I wanted to come on here. I did 2 videos. One was just basically about the energy of Pluto and, Jupiter leaving Scorpio, heading into Sagittarius. Pulled some energy cards, good stuff. Come out the right, and did 1 card readings for each sign. Got right to Libra, and started with Aries. What was that? Libra, Aquarius, sorry. And then my computer froze. My file is corrupt, and I've not been able to repair it. Then I did another one, kind of channeling the energy again. What's going on, and the fact that I did a precog on some of our troops that were going to be kind of spontaneously deployed, and back in July. I held off on that one just because I'm kind of hoping some of that Pisces, Chiron and Pisces energy with the over-exaggeration of things, and that we're gonna not kind of go through what I saw. Some things were gonna happen in that precog premonition. It was during my Summer of Love in Aries series, and which I just instantaneously got messages. So there's going to be that one coming out. I may just put it out anyway, just because the troops aren't there. Some of them are. I didn't know he's wanting a lot more, but anyway, neither one of those happened. I had 3 hours worth of videos to post. Wrong file on the last one. The other one corrupt. Can't fix it. Spent all day trying to fix it. So I'm like, well, gee whiz, what else was I digging around in? And I was like, oh yeah. If I hadn't had to spend so much time trying to repair files for the weekend, I was going to try to catch you guys about the black moon in Lilith. It's Mars conjunct in Aquarius. And it's, just overall planetary, we have some craziness going on. In regards to the energies right now. Very powerful, forceful, almost over too much, almost too for sure. We have, what is this? Okay, Jupiter's leaving Scorpio into Sagittarius, Mars Lilith conjunct in Aquarius, Libra, thank goodness, because like Jupiter going into Sagittarius, and then Libra being in Venus retrograde brings some relief a little bit to all of this really heavy, passionate, intense kind of warrior, angry, just that stuff that makes your blood boil. You don't even, just like somebody rubbing sandpaper on the wound. We have, and Chiron in Pisces, Vesta, Pluto, Saturn are also conjunct. It is just in kind of like insanity a little bit what's going on with all this powerful energy. The energy is almost to the point to where it's all about it's almost like a shitstorm of manipulation of the planets, trying to almost get you to be as bad as you can be to participate in the carnage that they're trying to manifest. So it's just like, what is going on? And also, the Mars is opposing the Moon. We do have Sun in Scorpio. We won't get any relief, really, when you think about it, until when Chiron enters Aries on February 18th next year. So it's insanity, a little bit of insanity going on. I'm just reading some of my notes here. Everything is about right now. Everything. It seems like all of this energy is kind of wrapped around. One, we know with Venus and Libra seeking the balance and stuff in our relationships, whether it be work or lover or whatever, but it's seeking that balance. And usually the balance isn't there because there's some truth or some secret that has yet to be exposed. And these planets are kind of manipulating our energy a little bit to kind of bring those out so Pluto can come in and go whoosh, you know? So it's like, that's the energy going on. And it's almost encouraging our incorrigibleness, you know? So, especially Black Moon and Lilith, the sexy lady. This is right now where sexually everybody who's especially adversely affected, like Aquarius, Aries, Libra, Gemini. There's like a radar on you. You feel it internally, and then there's also like you're emanating it as well. So be careful. Be careful because of the fact that, you know, the Chiron and Pisces, all this planetary energy, what's happening around you right now is not really real, even though it's searching for the real, if that makes sense. This is like a big play, almost borderline horror movie. It's almost like Basic Instinct kind of type shit. So it's not really real. The people you're meeting right now, the wonderful sex you're having, all this spontaneous stuff that you're doing with the rebellious Aquarius sign, they're kind of throwing you into doing things you normally wouldn't do, and you don't even feel bad about it because that's Lilith. She's like, do it, you know, and just throw the, I mean, it's almost like everybody's skydiving. Everybody is getting drunk, everybody's having sex, you know, so it is like, you know, the age of Aquarius. So there's all of that going on right now. So just be careful in those relationships, you know. Even though Venus is in Libra and seeking balance and fairness and all that, kind of also about, you know, those past relationships or past things coming back to you again, returning to you, either to type loose ends or give you the opportunity to grab onto a missed opportunity. So yeah, there is, you just have to be really, really wary of this, these energies right now, you know. You just almost can't even really help it. You won't be able to help yourself because you're so just pissy, you know. You're just kind of just pissed off right now. Everybody is, and we don't even know why. We just are pissed off, and everything is going wrong, and all the energy is just so like, you know, it's overwhelming, especially to certain signs that cannot handle that. I do encourage you to look at your natal chart, figure out where Lilith was in your birth chart, find out the house she was in, the house that she's in now. Everything, all of that matters. And also with Mars, find out where Mercury is in your natal chart, so you can figure out. And we're going to pull some cards. I'm going to do some individual cards, and this time this file will not be corrupt. We're going to pull and see what it is you guys can do to kind of thwart a little bit, because that's tough. I mean, you got Black Moon Lilith, who is slithering around, waving her little sexiness, seductress, you know, temptress, tantalizing you and hypnotizing you into doing things you normally wouldn't do. And you don't even feel bad about it right now. But the one thing you do feel is angry. It's all that warrior energy, you know, with Scorpio and Mars and just everything. You know, the funny thing is Mars is just a little bit tied in because Mars, you know, really has this as far as its position, and then you think about it in life too, that Mars has a hold on Venus, you know what I mean? And then Libra's just trying to be fair, but then there's Lilith, so it's almost like he's being tied by both. So the Mars energy for me is probably just a little bit tamed, but then you have the rest of it compensating because they really are pushing for overall truth. in what's going on, even though the energy what they're manifesting, what they're having you do, and everything they're bringing to you right now is just illusion. It's not real. It's all done under this crazy energy. And it's like one of those times when you do, like, I don't know, Molly and all of a sudden, and you wake up in the morning, and then that's what's going to happen when all this energy moves on into their other, everything moves to a different pulse, and you're going to wake up like you woke up from Molly going, I did what? What? How many men did I sleep with? I slept with my best friend? What? Ah! I mean, oh my God, it just puts you in an erratic behavior, especially as females. But anybody, the males with the feminine energy, these particular signs that are affected for sure. And with the Pluto coming out of Capricorn, there's that too. I mean, gosh, Aries, Cancer, Libra were completely affected by that. And then now we're getting hammered again by Black Moon Lilith. I mean, give me a break, guys. I mean, I know it's all for our highest good, I know. Like, I can't imagine why in November we're being put through this test of, it's like we did all that work. We made it through the full moon in Taurus. Oh my gosh, where, Pluto was extremely brutal. But Mercury in Sag does bring that message of hope that a lot of those relationships did, and because they had to. It's destiny. It's fated. You can revisit it if you want to. There's nothing you can do. It's not going to happen. Other Sagittarius, Mercury in Sagittarius does say explore those who may need to be explored. Like, back up for a bit. So you got in a big argument. You think it's over. You burned your friendship. You ruined it with your boss, whatever. Just take a step back and then honestly look at everything and see how this is serving your life. If it's not serving your overall purpose, if things aren't making you happy, if things are out of sorts, now remember this. Now, if you're out of sorts, this energy is about it as well. So don't make your decisions based on that. The universe will take care of the ones they need to take care of, and it'll be in a form that's not like what's going on right now. Because I have a male friend, but what best friend, that I was doing the same thing. I mean, I just went off the handle, doing my tarot cards at him, everything. I mean, but I'm not gonna base on ending a friendship, even though I got extremely aggravated about what happened over that, because of the energy right now. So nobody else do it either. This is not the time to choose a relationship. This is not the time to quit your job. This is not the time to quit your friendships. If the universe is going to see to it that happens, it happens. But try to transcend the way that you're feeling, your overwhelmed feelings, your bubbling up anger and rage, but it also on the flip side gives you this immense passion. So if there's something you want to start, I would start it now while you have all of this build up, pent up planetary energy that's in you, and try to turn it into something good, because Lilith is back there. You're going to have to balance it out somehow, and that's what Libra and Venus is asking you to do, or is seeking to. And it's still, with Sun and Scorpio and Black Moon Lilith, all about, exposing truths. This is a time where, in like your friendships, at work, people who aren't entirely honest with you, the fakes, the frauds, all come out of the woodworks like the coffins. Now, these are the other coffins that they're bringing out, because we did, the cry from our Divine Father. It's like all those little coffins came up of things that they took care of for you that are going to need to be exposed now, or not exposed. They were exposed, but needed to be taken away, and they were giving you the choice taken away, and or I'll send in Pluto, because Pluto's coming in and do it. And Pluto does a good job. It's brutal, doesn't ask questions, doesn't care if you cry, and so that's what's been going on for us. So, oh my goodness. So Mercury just came out of Sagittarius. I mean, it just came into Sagittarius. Now Mercury is in Sagittarius. This does give us hope for some repair, hope to maybe see where a bridge can be rebuilt in certain relationships. This is just the time, this is everybody's time out. And I do suggest, I mean, if you are going to do something to take some positive aspects of the energy, start a new project now, start something that you have a passion for, start it now, ride that energy for something positive. You know, but kind of step back a little bit too. This is because you don't want to, we need to try to find the balance. So this is the time where, because all this is going on, and maybe just kind of retreat a little bit. It's so funny, last month we were supposed to come out of our hole and start being around people and start gathering our people and everything too. That's definitely was an anchor. But now that we have our anchor, we're going to have to go ahead and retreat again, because of all these planetary energies, it may be the best way to keep you from making emotional responses, to keep you away from things that may aggravate you. Husbands out there, boyfriends, don't fight with her, okay? Don't fight her. Not right now. She has the power of the universe behind her, and vice versa for those who seem to be affected. So guys, I mean, seriously, you're not even going to be able to help yourself. You won't be able to help this energy. You're the fact that you are so pissed off all the time, and just, you know, is what's almost driving the fuck it. I'm going to smoke all that pot today, or I'm going to drink a whole thing of tequila, because you're trying to release that energy. You know, I would maybe do it with exercise, but the bad thing about that is, was it Chiron and Pisces about the ligaments, and where did I read that? I heard it or something like that. So be careful there too. It's almost just debilitating on a human level. It's just crazy, and at the same time, it's offering these weird things as far as fulfillment, but they're the things we're not supposed to be filling ourselves up with. And Lilith is like going, go ahead. She's wicked, and I like her. She's wicked, and I like her. Oh, so because of everything that's going on, I'm gonna, you know, as you said, I retired this deck of the Green Witch Tarot, and I'm gonna pull one of these, and we're gonna burn one, because I did hold on to these for that specific reason. I was gonna do my one ritual and take them all and do one thing with them, but I basically was guided that these cards still had some magic in them. They sure did. They got me through that boot camp I went through for myself spiritually. And but they still have this special magic, and we need to use them. So I've been pulling them individually as some extra energy, because we've had such a great relationship, and with everything going on, as see what source wants to pull for some extra energy for us. And then I'm also going to pull two overall energy cards. It's usually generally how it happens. And then we're going to go do real quick cards for each sign to see what you can do to maybe thwart the energy at this moment. Some positive things you could do by the signs, just as, you know, overall. So let's see what we got going on here. What else do I have? You know, just think about right now where you're at, and your partners too. Think about where everything is right now. I mean, is this the normal behavior of your spouse? I mean, if it may be too much. I mean, because it is going to be too much. It's all over the top. The energy is over the top. So I'm like, I threw my tarot cards at my best friend because of something really stupid, and I was so mad. I mean, I just couldn't even I was so mad. I went whoosh, you know. Of course, he was across the room, so nothing hit him. But it was just the whole like, what is so out of character for me to do that, especially with my cards. I mean, are you kidding me? No way. So, what are we gonna pull here? Okay. How about that? The Witch. I know that planetary energy is there, but we are still in control of our emotions. We have to try. Overall responsibility is nobody can make you respond or react, except for Lilith. Okay. So we're definitely going to take this here. And as you can see, we got the Raven right there. Add in a little brew there. This is the same card as the Magician. See how the pentacle is balanced right here? Yep. Fire is what's cooking. The fire is what's cooking all that brew and stew. So the witch is going to help us. She's going to sacrifice herself today. Help us with the energy for us to manifest, brew and stew up. And that might not be a bad idea. This may be a hint to me or to you as well to maybe, since this energy is what it is, you know, we got occultism, instead of taking it to the extremes and radicalness and whatever, maybe it's time to do some spell work, something that we put together for ourselves that's going to ease up this energy, try to keep us centered, and so everybody can survive this for sure. I already did call in our help. I usually do that before. It's a very special time for me. Do a little bit of meditation. Sometimes I cry, you know, so we are not going to, I mean, I rarely do that on the camera. I also do these little essential oils. I put some cinnamon on there. Anything to put some positiveness. Sage a lot. Sage a lot right now. Because, you know, we're coming out also of Samhain, and where the veil was thinnest, still is. When I was doing my meditation and calling in everybody, I felt a male presence just holding my hand, like rubbing my hand like this. And I let him. And I did a ghost writing. I just haven't looked at it yet. So that was really wonderful. But also as a reminder, that veil is really thin too. So not only do we have our earthly energies going on, we have those spiritual energies going on as well. It's a lot. It's really a lot. It really is a lot, guys. So we definitely thank this witch card for sacrificing this wonderful card to be picking at this time. Couldn't have been a better card. And also as a reminder that we really do have everything to, you know, fight this and not let it interfere with any progress that we've made. We can fight it. It's going to be difficult. It's going to be hard. You're going to mess up. You're going to have some outbursts. If it looks like you burnt a bridge, maybe you didn't. Mercury and Sagittarius is going to provide you a way to see if you can rebuild and give you the chance to do that. What's fated is fated. Destiny is done is done. It's nothing you can do other than just, you know, go grieve the loss of the relationship, and through this time passion is a great, and you know, you've got this planetary angry energy. Be angry about it, use that towards that, detach, and so we can release, and because our karmic rewards are coming to us, and it's kind of the last hurdle for, especially for some certain signs, and things do get better, but we all have to go through this brutal process. And thank God it did start on relationships for us, and coming out and trying to gather our people, putting ourselves on the path we need to, surrounding ourselves with people who will put us in a place of success, crying through the procrastination on the things we did not remove from our lives that Pluto extracted like a wisdom tooth without pain medicine. So, and that did happen. crazy, crazy, crazy. But it's all divine purpose. So, all of it. All of it. Okay, so we got that going and rolling. She's putting all her energy out into the universe for us to be able to manifest some brews or some spells. We do have a new moon coming up. Great time to utilize this extra special energy and sacrifice this little witchy has made for us today. Okay, so what do we want to do? Which one should we do? Which should we do? Let's see. Trying to pick up see what cards we should do. Because basically what I'm going to ask the cards to do is to give us something that we can do that may help us thwart that energy a little bit. But I have a feeling they're going to tell you why you're feeling the way that you're feeling. So I'm looking at both cards going, what do I do? What do I do? Oh, okay, there it is. They said it. Well, do both. We're going to, yeah, you're exactly right. We are going to tell you what, you know, why the situation is the way you're feeling right now, what the target is, and because it has a target, Pluto has to know what it's lopping, and then what we can do to maybe thwart that energy. This is definitely a time, guys, and I've been holding this most of the day. So you gotta get some crystals and maybe do a lot of meditating. Calm music, anything that's going to keep you calm. Because, you know, with all of this crazy energy and with stuff going on the border, it does scare you a little bit because there is all that, you know, the Chiron and Pisces kind of just wants to, is like the one, and the little guy in the background going, yeah, you know, kind of picking and, you know, exaggerating the situation just to be a part of drama. You know, just to take center stage, or, you know what I mean? It's the gossip. It's the one that overstates things just so it has a purpose in it. It's just, all of it is just crazy weird right now. Just, goosebumps. So yeah, definitely do crystals, baths, salt baths with lemon, anything that cleanses, calms, lavender, eucalyptus, lemon. Essential oils. Essential oil stocks are probably going to go up like crazy during this time. So I'm going to need an Nostradamus. We're going to start with Aries. We're going to start with Aries and see what the target is for Lilith. What's Lilith's target and how can you thwart it? So, you know, the one thing I gotta say is, it's the fun part of this is that you do feel that sexy energy. I know that I do. That's why I'm like a little tonight. I actually purposely stayed home because Saturday night. Oh no. I mean, it's bad enough on a normal night. You get this energy in it, you kidding me? It's gangbang central or something. Can't do it. Nope, not a tequila night tonight. So I decided to hang with you guys and do a video. Some positive things we can do to survive this. So, let's see here. Thank you. And then, let's see. I'm gonna do these. Alright guys, starting with the Aries. Alright Aries, what is a source? What is the black moon? The Miss BLM. BML. Miss BM BM Lilith. What is her target for Aries? What is she targeting for Aries? Ooh, okay. And then we've got the Six of Wands. So she just maybe for Aries trying to thwart any success or slow you down on some aspect. Be cognizant of the things you're doing in behavior. Of it, you know, you've just coming into some recent successes and things you were trying to manifest, your life path, your relationships, work, career, anything it is that you know that you were striding in confidently. Make sure that when we're going through this right now, it's not putting you off your path and out of this success. So we want to make sure that that does not happen. That, you know, you go from a place of movement into a place of stasis. You don't want to do that. Keep moving forward. Make sure Lilith, who is trying to do that, doesn't do this to you guys, okay? All right, Aries. Now we're going to see what you can do to thwart Lilith. It's almost like Dungeons and Dragons, you know. And, you know, you got Pluto peeking around the corner, waiting to take what she waves her little wand out. Doot, doot, and messes everything up. Okay, so Aries, Lilith, how do you thwart her? Basically, it comes down to, as you can see, this is almost her. This is the messenger of Earth, and this is almost her in her dream state. Messenger of Earth. And there's her Two of Pentacles. And then this is her in her dream. So I am going to, because this is so super important, I'm going to read it out of the book, but intuitively this is what I want to say. How she's got kind of her third eye blocked, you know, from her crown, heavy hair so she can't hear. She's barely hanging on to that staff so she can't walk, but she can see. And definitely hitting on this chakra here. Sacral? Sacral? Meditation. You need to meditate, guys. Meditate. Listen. You're going to have to go within to hear your guides. You're going to have to, in order to don't lose yourself here and wrap yourself so much in there because of everything that's going on. What she's causing a whirlwind around you so that you can't go within to stay balanced, to stay focused, to stay grounded, so that you can keep moving forward through your success. That's what she's trying to do. So remember that. Meditate, work on the sacral chakra and the heart chakra. Yeah, for me this is just the blocking, even with the horns and the leaves falling down. It's just kind of staying in a place of where it's kind of dying. You just can't. Your spirits, your spirit guides, source, your guardian angels, archangels, they can't get to you right now because her energy is so intense. It's taking away these things from you. What says the book? try not to make this too long. Whip through this if I can. Come on. There you go. And this is from the Good Tarot, and I really, really dig these decks, and I love how the Nostradamus and this deck works together. They work so beautifully together. I have to say the Nostradamus deck rocks my socks. It's so different, and you will have to do a little bit of research just so you know what you're talking about. And but this deck, and oh look what's on the bottom, Aries. Oh look, and that's blocked. Do those meditations, guys, because as you see the light coming out from the sky into that vessel, yeah, that's God telling you right now, hey, and don't get blocked. Literally, look at that, blocked. There's that new start, but look at the wall. Make sure that you are meditating. Venus. Definitely got some new stuff coming in for you guys. You know, we are manifesting our true loves, and it looks like that's what they're trying to do. They're having a hard time getting to you, Aries, for sure. And so make sure you do that. Messenger of Earth. Should really get screwy. I apologize, it shouldn't be taking me so long, but I'm also just kind of getting some messages, and I'm like, well, yeah, I already just kind of said that. I just said that. All right, Messenger of Earth. Hardworking, proceeding with integrity, that's a key word, perseverance and grit, prudent and careful efforts, thoroughness, industriousness, stamina, dedication. I'm in the flow, committed to co-creating with spirit effectively and efficiently. I do my best and never leave my job half done. I'm dedicated and determined, knowing my efforts will pay off. And they surely, surely will. They absolutely will. I'm still going to stick with what I said, though, here about them not being able to get to you. You do need to have all these grit. You also need to be making sure you're tending to these chakras here so that you can get your insights, so you can go in when you're in your astral state or in your meditative state and hear your messages, find yourself there so that you can continue to push forward. But they're just saying to you, make sure that your efforts are prudent and careful, that you persevere and you do it with integrity. And your efforts will pay off. You'll get to continue on that path of success. Okay, that's Aries. Okay, I think what I'm going to do is on this one, I'm going to add the fire signs. I like to split them up. I just do. Because I like to fall in with the flow of the energy. It's kind of crazy erratic enough as it is. So. It's just kind of repeating to me again about just because it's so intense, and there's going to probably be a few crazy things that are going to happen in the world with some, violence, and this keeps telling me about a lot of heavy domestic violence. So guys, if you get aggravated at each other, step away. It's not each other, it's what's going on in the universe. You need to just step away, okay? And don't let it rule you and control you. Just watch it, okay, with that Pisces. They kept telling me about because they're nudging me, and it's almost like that energy right there is it's almost like, gonna cost some points. So, and with Aries being heavily affected, Aries and all fire signs, please watch out for that, for sure. And that's Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, okay? So now we're going to go for Leo. What is Lilith's target for Leo? What is Lilith's target for Leo? So you guys can thwart that. You know, poor Mars in between Venus and Black Moon Lilith. He's kind of like having his little heyday, having his little Greek moment there, and he Aries. All right. What is Lilith's target for Leo? Okay. I've got 3 cards, guys. They're okay. Okay. Chariot reversed. Again, she's trying to stop movement, guys. She is trying to stand in front in the way of movement and moving forward into reaching for your goals and or to receive the gifts that are coming to you. Chariot reversed, okay? And that's also Cancer. And that's the moon. 7s, guys. We've got 7s here. Kind of just in a place of, you know. And here is the 7 of Swords. Yep, that's Venus. That's Venus right there. So that's the 7 of Swords. And we also have what is called the Astronomer, which would be basically the Queen of Pentacles, and she's reversed. Okay, guys. Leos. Lilith looks like she's doing a job on you, okay? Look at the flower that's right there. It is totally asking you to recognize. You even see the fish of Pisces there. It's so crazy. All the energy that's going on right now is even represented in this card. Got you completely upside down. I mean, don't spend money. Don't go on crazy shopping sprees right now. This, I believe, is it Borgia? This card? She's wearing the pink. And as you see, the papal hat, the crown, there's no one there. It's like that part of you has been stolen. The only thing left is this empty shell and this hand reaching out going, remember this, remember the hope. Again, speaking of integrity, don't lose yourself in this. I sensing not spending a lot of money. Your movement is being thwarted, all but you're jumping on board with her, and instead she's not having to work very hard because you jumped on pretty quick, and now you're doing things that are in promotion of her stunting your progress. She is gonna leave you with a lot of work to do after this is all said and done. You know, everyone wants to, blame Pluto. Pluto is like, it's just the cleanup crew. He is the Death Star. He sees what needs to go. He's watching you stack it up. You're feeding him. You are feeding him. Oh, battery's running low. Oh, this is the Greek scientist Hypatia, the Queen of Spears. She's the earliest known woman to practice scientific discipline. The daughter of mathematician Theon of Alexandria, Hypatia studied with her father and later took up teaching posts at the Academy of Athens, Platonic school. She's credited with the invention of the first astrolabe and regarded as one of the most forward-looking thinkers of her time. Inevitably, this drew her to her attention of the early Christian sect. In the end, denounced by the Bishop of Alexandria, she was dragged naked through the streets by a rapacious mob, flayed alive and burned. This is about a female teacher. So reverse, this is a treacherous woman, doubt, mistrust, suspicion, poor health, timidity, vacillation, discord, and revenge. All Lilith's energies here. I better plug that in. Give me 1 second, guys. I think I'm unplugged. She is embodying all of Lilith. Lilith is coming for you guys. For sure. That's Hypatia. And just because she got interested in, that's the funny thing, is she was this awesome astronomer, teacher, and then she got into the interest of the Christianity, which in the end exposed her, not even exposed her, but killed her. I mean, they're the ones who ended her. So, note this, guys, the suspicion and everything. If your man ain't coming home, your husband, your boyfriends, don't pay attention to her right now. She is outside of her mind. Leos, whoever's going through this right now, and just like everything, you're just looking in your man's phone. It makes you sick every time he walks out the door. The things you were reaching for aren't working for you anymore. You're spending money. You're trying to do all these weird things. Leos are kind of doing the weird things to thwart this energy. They're kind of riding it a little bit, but then they're doing things like the shopping and the run and do tarot readers and stuff they normally wouldn't do, and things like that. Just odd stuff. I mean, you don't even know who this person is right now, so just sit back and wait for the energy to dissipate. Have some integrity, guys. Look at yourself in the mirror. Look and say when you're getting those feelings, go into meditation. This is not me. He wouldn't do that. This is Lilith. It's the planetary energies, so that you can get back on track with the Chariot. 7 turning the 8, and you can start your forward movement again. She becomes the awesome astronomer, teacher, like power woman, and then will come the next stage of this, which isn't encouraging. Actually, it is. It's like it puts you in a place, so whoever's with you in a place, that he's just in fear right now, and that is what Lilith brings, is fear. She operates on it. So when they're in fear, they're going to go, they're going to retreat. And you know, you guys need to retreat too. Poor guys. Hang tough, okay? Everybody hang tough. Leos, she's coming for you. Now you know. All the suspicion, all the weirdness, all that's going through your head, it's not real. None of it's real. None of it's real. Don't lose your person, okay, over this. Do what you need to do. All right, Leos, what can we do to thwart that energy? Oh gosh, it's almost an hour. Okay, so we're going to do fire sign, then I'm going to come back and do separate signs for earth, air, and water. Okay, what can Leo do? I got to Sag too. What can Leo do to thwart Lilith, to aid in the suspicion, not agitate it more with that Chiron and Pisces energy by spending money, by being distrusting, and that's too many, guys. Is it too many? Yes, too many. Lilith has a hold of Leo's chariot, and they have jumped on board. Okay, they keep wanting to give you a lot. I'll try this one more time. Okay, look at Leo's to thwart Lilith's energy, the Chiron working on them. Pluto peeking around the corner, ready to take away the carnage that it looks like Leo is trying to manifest for themselves with all this energy. How can they stop it? Alright, I'm going to give you the 3. Alright, guys. Okay, that works. Yeah. So I was instructed to cut the deck in half, and look at that. So guess what we have? Queen of Cups. Again, this is really severely talking about your own life, guys. And Ace of Water, which would be the Ace of Cups, okay? This little seahorse is on its way carrying the new beginning. The little baby in the box thing, it's a new project, could even be a baby. Okay, I mean, everything in your hopes and dreams, you had everything lined up until all of a sudden something went boom. And then now you got all this suspicion stuff. You are being a little shit to whomever it is that you're working with right now. Your chariot has stopped. I mean, you just went halt. You guys halted, okay? And you need to understand that your new beginning is being carefully held by this little seahorse in that little bubble. But it is a bubble. It's very fragile. So be careful and don't let that happen, okay? Where you're not gonna get that as soon as you were supposed to have it, because that seahorse is already on its way. And then the Queen of Wands and the Queen of Cups. All about her heart and her emotions. She's very much right now in her head. Very much in your head right now. Again, all the heaviness around where you normally would be getting your communication. I'm just really recommending, I think overall for everybody, that it is just meditation time. So let's read this real quick. Queen of Water, compassionate, emotional, security, generosity, self-love, and self-care. She's also the healer. I am comfortable in my own skin. I love and I cherish and I nurture myself. I'm the best friend to myself. My relationships with others reflect my security in knowing I'm always worthy of love and respect. I heal myself so I can be the change I want to see in the world, and so my compassion can inspire others. And that talks about like how that Hypatia card. You are set, solid, and secure. So why? And remember that. Okay, Leo, you're in your. Take this card down. Take a picture of it, and do your positive affirmations. I am comfortable in my own skin. You start getting jealous or suspicious or like distrusting. Remember, you are comfortable in your own skin. You love and cherish yourself. You nurture yourself. You're your best friend to yourself. Your relationships with others reflect your security in knowing you're worthy of love and respect, and that you always go about healing yourself. You don't know why you're doing this while this is you don't know why you're not capable right now. You are. You very much are capable. do all those things. You do all the things they say that you do. Nurture yourself. Love yourself. Take care of your body. Take care of your mind. Mostly your mind, especially with the water. Take care of that. Just do whatever you have to do to clear that out. Have integrity as yourself as a person. It's a huge word right now in this whole thing that I'm doing. And persevere. Plug through. Don't let her hold on to that chariot for too long. Don't let her burst the bubble. Alright guys, Sagittarius. And then I'll stop this video and then go on to do the other signs. Alright, now, what is Lilith's target for... Whoa, well now. Sagittarius. What were the moons or the cups? Moons or the wands? Okay. I'm going to pull one more for you, Sag. That's pretty good right there. You guys look like you might be in okay shape. Again, this is all about thwarting movement, guys. This is the Eight of Wands. Lilith's objective so far for the fire signs is to halt your movement. Is to put that behavior in yourself that it's nobody's fault but your own. And, you know, with the, this is actually, I'm sorry, the Nine of Wands. I mean, look at the flock and the sheep. I mean, you've got everything. You guys are already on your path of growth. She's just going to take that sword and cut it in half. It's like that. You don't do anything. It's going to be abrupt in your communication. That is, or no, the word that came to my mind is slaughter the lambs, feed them to the wolves. You know what I mean? Be really careful about who you're throwing under the bus, other people around you, what you're saying, how you're saying it, gossip. Watch what you say, even in your point of anger or just pissiness. Just be careful. Definitely, she wants to stop growth. She wants to stop your movement forward. And as you see, that's what the little lion griffin thing over here is, plunging forward. Cutting right through the lamb. So, yep, she's all about that. I don't even have to pull another card for that. I already know. That's about right for Lilith right now. Okay, what does Sagittarius can do to thwart Lilith's efforts? Eight of water. You're eights, guys. 8, 9. And, of course, that means like the Eight of Cups. And as you see the little thing on the back, that's just letting you know that source, your spirit guides, your guardian angels and everything, they do have your back. You have to be careful that you don't end up getting left in spite of what you have and what you've earned, because it's not going to be enough to push you forward. So yes, you need to step back a little bit, but not to the point to where you're watching your prosperity go away, okay? And that you're, like, to a point of almost, like, say, blacklisted. Just be careful of what you're saying, what you're doing. The gossip. Don't throw anybody under the bus. Don't do something that purposefully hurts somebody in a way that ruins their life, because that's karma. And that would be your karma. That ship's sailing on to the sunset. Or the sunrise. Leaving you right there, and you're like, oh boy, that's all you got right there. That's all you got left. Be real careful, Sagittarius, sorry. Be careful. Watch that. Watch it. Tongue Sages. Okay? All right, so we're going to continue on here in a bit with this Lilith issue. Actually, I have the planet's issue. Oh God, you guys can do this. You guys can do this. Step back, to meditate. Fire signs. She's trying to thwart your movement. You see something thwarting your movement. You need to stop. Examine what's going on around you. Examine yourself first. Look at yourself first, and then build yourself out from there. Otherwise, you can't fight it. You can't fight it from the other side of it. You have to start here, fight her on the way out, okay? All right, guys. Well, you have a good rest of your weekend. Happy Sunday. And, what comes up must come down. That's above, so below, all that good stuff. There is the hand of God coming over to turn the wheel. This is just part of it, guys. This is just part of it. We have to fight our everyday lives. This is fighting our everyday lives. It's just our everyday lives on nitrous acid. I don't know. I'm such a girl. I don't know these things. But yeah. And look. And we have the King of Stars, the Pope. There's the taming mythical creature and the tree for growth, the eagle above him. You guys can do this, because this is still where you guys can be at the end of it, okay? Just believe. If you do any thwarting of these swords or anything like that, you start with yourself. Don't reach out to others. Don't do it to anybody else. Just cut off the energy, go within, fight it from the inside out. All right, fire signs and collective. I will be continuing this reading. Again, the sun. See, there is hope, people. Mercury and Sagittarius, remember that. Hope, 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 hope. The sun. The sun will come out tomorrow. Black moon. But this is the Nine of Spheres. It's contained. It's contained. Fire signs, good job. Good job, fire signs. Yes. All right, guys. All right, moon readers. That makes you feel good. Goosebumps. I'm so happy for you. Good job, good job, good job. Go, fire signs. Take that passionate energy. Take your Mars and ram it up her ass. All right, I'll see you guys very soon. I'm going to try to get these videos fixed and repaired so you can see those. Have a good one. Happy Sunday, guys.